How close was Nazi Germany to building the atomic bomb? What if I told you that Nazi Germany, one of the most dangerous regimes in modern history, was just a few scientific breakthroughs away from having the deadliest weapon ever made? That's right. During World War II, while the Allies were racing to build the first atomic bomb, Hitler's scientists were trying to do the same. But how close did they actually get? Let's dive into one of the most terrifying what-ifs in history. It all started in the late 1930s. In 1938, two German scientists, Otto Hahn and Fritz Strassmann, discovered something groundbreaking: nuclear fission. They had split the uranium atom. This was the scientific key to unlocking a weapon of unimaginable power. Ironically, the path to the atomic bomb began not in the US or the Soviet Union, but in Germany. Once war broke out in 1939, German physicists, including some of the best minds of the time, were pulled into the so-called Uranverein, or the Uranium Club, Nazi Germany's secret project to develop nuclear energy, and possibly nuclear weapons. Among them was the brilliant but controversial Werner Heisenberg, known for his uncertainty principle in quantum physics. But here's the twist: while Germany had the head start in nuclear science, they never finished the race. Why? Several reasons. First, Nazi ideology got in the way of science. Many top physicists in Germany were Jewish. Einstein, Szilard, Meitner, they were either forced into exile or fled before they could be arrested. The Nazis dismissed their theories as Jewish physics, including Einstein's theory of relativity, which is key to understanding atomic energy. By purging their scientific community, they handicapped themselves. Second, the Nazis weren't fully committed. Unlike the US Manhattan Project, which had virtually unlimited funding, Germany's nuclear project was underfunded, understaffed, and lacked coordination. Hitler's focus was on rockets, tanks, and chemical weapons, not long-term science experiments. But even so, the Germans got further than most people realize. By 1942, Heisenberg and his team had built a functioning nuclear reactor prototype, using uranium and heavy water. They were trying to achieve a self-sustaining chain reaction, the first step toward a bomb. But their experiments kept failing, and time was running out. Meanwhile, Allied intelligence was getting nervous. The British launched Operation Alsos, a secret mission to track Nazi nuclear progress and capture key scientists. The fear was real: what if Hitler got the bomb first? Then came one of the most dramatic moments of the war you've never heard about. In 1943, the Allies bombed a heavy water plant in Norway, which was providing the Nazis with a crucial ingredient for their reactor. Norwegian resistance fighters later sank a ferry carrying barrels of heavy water, ensuring it would never reach Germany. That act may have delayed the Nazi nuclear effort by years or stopped it entirely. By 1945, the war was ending. The US had successfully tested its first atomic bomb in July. A month later, Hiroshima and Nagasaki were destroyed. Germany never got that far. After the war, Allied forces captured several German physicists and held them at Farm Hall in England. The rooms were secretly bugged. When the Germans heard about Hiroshima, they were stunned. Heisenberg even said he didn't believe it at first, because he knew how hard it was to build a bomb, and they had never even gotten close. So, how close was Nazi Germany to building the atomic bomb? They had the brains. They had the early science. But they lacked the unity, the resources, and the moral clarity to make it happen. And thank God for that. Because if Hitler had succeeded, the world we know today might have ended before it even began.